The World Register is an independent news source. Our goal is to be a leading provider of truthful, unbiased, and timely reporting about people, places, and events. We currently use other news outlets to provide content and are not responsible for their version of events. Reuters news agency reports today that at least 94 people were killed in Bangladesh on Tuesday when landslides triggered by heavy rain buried hillside homes. Police official Rafiq Ullah said the landslides hit hilly districts in the southeast, killing 10 people in one village, 8 in another, and 7 in a third. He said the death toll could rise further as rescuers search for bodies and dozens of people are still missing. Densely populated Bangladesh is battered by storms, floods, and landslides every rainy season. WorldNet Daily reports that more than 100 Iraqi Christians were rounded up Sunday evening in federal raids in Michigan and will soon be deported back to their native land, where they face an uncertain fate in a country where Christians are marked for death in a genocide carried out by Islamic groups, namely the Islamic State. The raids were conducted by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. The ICE agents showed up without warning at the homes of Chaldean Christians and at a popular restaurant called Ishtar's in Sterling Heights, Michigan. Those detained were mostly legal residents of the U.S., some having spent the majority of their lives here, but have had felonies on their records. Naren Anwea, who immigrated to the U.S. with her family as a young girl and is now in her early 30s, said up to 200 were rounded up Sunday, most of them Chaldean or Assyrian Christians. Video taken of the raids showed distraught families screaming and weeping. One man, Wissam, whose family is afraid to give his full name, is 49 and has been living in the U.S. legally since age 11. He served less than a year in prison for an assault conviction when he got into a fight at a bar when in his early 20s. He punched a man who was harassing his girlfriend. Nathan Kalasho, president of a Madison Heights-based Chaldean-centered charter school, said many of the Chaldeans, like Wissam, targeted for deportation back to Iraq, are so Americanized that they don't even speak Arabic. Hundreds of Chaldeans were out protesting Monday evening at 15 Mile and Ryan in Sterling Heights. As reported by the Gateway Pundit, Representative Hakeem Jeffries, Democrat of New York, said that, quote, every racist in America voted for Donald Trump, unquote, from the U.S. House of Representatives floor on Monday. Representative Jeffries also stated, quote, we're wondering why were so many people who worship at the altar of white supremacy drawn to Donald Trump's campaign, unquote. He continued by rhetorically asking, quote, what was it about this individual that so many folks dripping in hatred flocked to his presidency, unquote. It was not clear how Representative Jeffries knows that every racist in America voted for U.S. President Donald Trump, or why he feels people are dripping in hatred. Representative Jeffries also said, quote, this president has a responsibility to address the rise in hate crimes that have taken place on his watch, whether or not his election is directly connected to it, unquote. It was not understood from his statement where and against whom these hate crimes are occurring. Representative Jeffries also omitted in his assessment what types of hate crime he was referring to.